From locker room drama to full-blown social media showdowns, not all NBA legends are on friendly terms. Today, we're diving into the heated rivalries and personal feuds that have kept fans talking for years. First up, Chris Paul and Rajon Rondo, elite point guards with big talent and even bigger tension.
Started it by coming over. You got to leave that alone if you're Rajon Rondo.
The tension only escalated. Whether on the court or off, Chris Paul and Rajon Rondo just couldn't keep the peace. Things hit a boiling point in October 2018 during a fiery matchup between the Lakers and Rockets. What started as a minor scuffle between Brandon Ingram and James Harden quickly spiraled while the spotlight was on them. Rondo and Paul saw their chance and suddenly, fists were flying. The beef got personal, and it was clear this feud was far from over.
Paul punches are thrown! Paul and Rondo throwing punches! Ingram comes in, he's throwing punches! There's going to be suspensions for this one as Rondo immediately heads back to the locker room.
Looking back, even Chris Paul admitted this fight was long overdue. Years of tension finally exploded in one unforgettable moment, proving this wasn't just a basketball rivalry, it was personal.
Not surprised at all. I'm surprised that this is their first fight, actually.
Oh my gosh, my favorite point guard, Chris Paul, man. Chris Paul, man. What's up, man? You ain't Chris Paul?
Nah, who are you?
Oh, you ain't Chris?
But the next two legends, they took their feud to a whole new level. This story shows exactly what can go wrong when a serial winner joins forces with someone who's never quite gotten over the hump. Scottie Pippen and Charles Barkley used to have mutual respect, but once they became teammates, that respect turned to resentment and fast. After Michael Jordan stepped away from the game for the second time in 1999, Pippen was in search of a fresh start. Teaming up with Barkley seemed like a golden opportunity. On paper it looked like a dream team, but behind the scenes it came with red flags, even though Barkley was still one of the NBA's top names. Jordan had already warned Scottie teaming with Charles wouldn't be what he was used to.
Barkley, I told, would never win because he doesn't dedicate himself to winning.
Now that's...
Jordan and Charles Barkley had been tight for years, so when Mike offered a warning, it wasn't just talk, knew exactly what he was saying. Turns out, he was right. Barkley missed a big chunk of the season due to injury, and Pippen struggled badly. Some even say it was the worst stretch of his entire career. By the following year, Scottie had seen enough. He wanted out. But before leaving, he made sure to take one last shot at Barkley, and it wasn't subtle.
Expect an apology for me. If anything, he owed me an apology for coming and play with his sorry fat butt. He's a very selfish guy. He doesn't show me the desire to want to win. That's my reason for wanting to get away from playing with him anymore.
That's when the beef officially ignited. Scottie's parting words didn't sit well, and Charles Barkley wasn't about to let it slide. So, Chuck fired back, doubling down with some harsh words of his own, making it clear that whatever friendship they once had was now history.
Carry a gun with me. So if I get arrested for murder, y'all know he didn't apologize.
Talk about a major Uno reviscati wasn't done flipping the script. From teammates to enemies, it all unraveled fast. But believe it or not, things got even wilder with the next guy. Ray Allen made a bold move that shook the NBA. He picked a fight with an entire team, one that featured a guy you definitely don't want on your bad side. The Celtics had been a powerhouse in the East, especially after capturing the 2008 title, but each season after ended in disappointment. Tensions built, especially between Ray Allen and Rajon Rondo. Eventually, Ray decided he'd had enough. Instead of patching things up, he flipped the idea of teammate on its head. Allen actually pushed for the Celtics to trade none other than his longtime rival, Chris Paul. And when Rondo found out about it, that was it. The damage was done.
Beef. And so they boxed it out.
They put on gloves.
They put on gloves and really threw hands.
You watched it.
But Ray Allen wasn't done yet. In 2012, he took things even further by leaving the Celtics for their biggest rival in the East. And it wasn't just any team. It was the most hated team in the NBA. Allen joined forces with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh to form what might be the most powerful super team the league had ever seen, rivaling even the iconic Incredibles for Kevin Garnett. This was his absolute worst-case scenario.
Whatever existed between you and Ray Allen happened. What I said publicly was this: he's the enemy, because he went to the enemy. It's not that he departed from Boston, it's that he went to the very team that they considered the enemy more than anybody, which was the Miami Heat. Am I right or wrong in saying that?
You're unquestionably right, and I agree with everything you said.
Kevin Garnett's world was rocked, and his bond with Ray Allen was shattered for good. While the 2008 Celtics are still tight-knit, there's always one key player missing. From being brothers on and off the court to barely being able to make eye contact, things would never be the same. Now, we're switching gears to a tale of two stars from different eras. One is a trailblazer, using his platform to fight for African American social justice, while dominating on the court. The other, well, let's just say he's known for being a serial liar.
Biggest takeaway so far?
Very smart man. Very smart.
2020. While everyone, including LeBron James, was frustrated with the pandemic, he decided to hop on Instagram and crack a lighthearted joke. seemed harmless, right? But Kareem Abdul-Jabbar didn't think so. He called it a blow to LeBron's legacy, and that was just the start of the drama. Later that year, during a game against the Pacers, LeBron hit a clutch three-pointer and made sure to let everyone know it's got some serious confidence. But for Kareem, seeing LeBron act like that was a tough pill to swallow. So, the NBA legend fired back, taking shots at LeBron on camera.
LeBron was fined $15,000 for doing a big ball stance after the Lakers win over the Pistons. For me, winning is enough. Why do you need to do a stupid childish dance and disrespect the other team?
Fast forward to 2023, and attention reached a whole new level. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, once the NBA's all-time leading scorer for an impressive 40 years, watched as LeBron James shattered that record. While Kareem did show up to congratulate LeBron, it was clear this wasn't exactly a heartwarming moment of unity. The truth is, legends from different eras often don't see eye to eye, and that's a tough blow to the game. But in the clash of generations, there's one constant: Charles Barkley, who's known for hating on just about anyone. His feud with Kevin Durant, however, took things to a whole new extreme. Their relationship was rocky from the start. During the 2022 playoffs, KD and the Brooklyn Nets were getting blown out, and Chuck had had enough. He wasn't holding back anymore.
Sensitive, great player. He's part of that generation who think he can't be criticized.
We were here
That I will never retire!
Despite Kevin Durant's 2 NBA Finals MVPs, the constant jabs from Barkley were starting to get to him. KD, irritated beyond measure, took a shot of his own digging up old photos of Chuck playing on super teams with legends like Scottie Pippen, AI, and Dr. J. Durant wasn't holding back, letting the world know how he felt. But Chuck wasn't done yet. He jumped on another show, doubling down on his criticism, and kept poking the bear that was KD.
Oh my gosh.
Things took a bizarre turn when these 2 NBA legends started clashing over something ... a child's cap. Shaquille O'Neal and Dwight Howard, that had nearly identical careers. Both were drafted #1 overall by the Orlando Magic. Both found themselves traded to the Lakers mid-career, and both struggled with free throw shooting. But the real battle, it was all about the Superman title. Shaq made his mark as the most dominant center in NBA history, always comparing himself to Superman. He wasn't just talking the talk, had Superman-themed cars, a mansion decked out like the Fortress of Solitude, and even a life-size statue, not to mention his Man of Steel tattoo. Shaq built an entire persona around the superhero and thought no one could challenge his reign. But in 2008, Dwight Howard was ready to step up. As Shaq's career was winding down, Dwight donned the Superman mantle, delivering one of the most jaw-dropping dunks the NBA had ever seen that moment. It had everyone's jaw on the floor. Dwight didn't stop there. He went all in, getting a Superman motorcycle and even commissioning a painting of himself as the hero. As Shaq retired, he made sure the next decade was all about one thing: tormenting Dwight. Asterisk.
It was when a dunk contest to be called Superman. Don't call me that no more. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, I'm just saying.
Well, I was making a cup of coffee. I pressed a button and the machine caught on fire. And then out of nowhere, Superman swooped in and put it out.
Magic. That was tragic. And then he tried with the Hawks.
That's what he thought.
And then he tried with the Rockets.
They told his ass didn't eat.
Great documentary. I felt like the documentary only told a story that sort of glorified him and not glorified us as a team.